When Denzel Washington spoke about Chadwick Boseman, his words carried the weight of both sorrow and deep admiration. He described Chadwick not just as a gifted actor, but as a man who lived with uncommon courage and quiet purpose. What shocked the world most was learning how much Chadwick endured in silence during his final years. While audiences celebrated his strength on screen, few knew he was fighting a private battle with illness behind the scenes. Denzel's tribute revealed a heartbreaking truth. Chadwick never allowed pain to define him or distract him from giving his best to his work and to others. His mentor's voice trembled as he spoke of Chadwick's determination, calling him an example of what it means to live fully with whatever time one is given. This moment shifted public understanding of Chadwick's legacy, transforming admiration into profound respect for his inner strength and humility. 2. Roots in Anderson, South Carolina, 145 words. Long before Chadwick Boseman became a global icon, his story began in the quiet town of Anderson, South Carolina. Born on November 29, 1976, he grew up in a household built on discipline, love, and strong values. His mother, a nurse, and his father, a factory worker, taught him the importance of hard work and compassion. As the youngest of 3 sons, Chadwick learned that family meant unity and responsibility. Their home was filled with books about history, culture, and leaders who fought for justice, shaping his understanding of identity and purpose. One book that deeply influenced him was the autobiography of Malcolm X, which opened his eyes to social struggles and inspired his lifelong respect for truth and courage. These early years grounded Chadwick in humility and curiosity, planting the seeds for a life devoted to meaningful storytelling. 3. Discovering art and storytelling, 145 words. Chadwick was a child of many talents, drawn equally to sports and the arts. He enjoyed basketball and athletics, but his heart was captured by creativity. Painting, sculpting, and writing became ways for him to explore the world and express his emotions. A defining moment came when he watched his older brother perform on stage. Sitting in the audience with his mother, Chadwick felt the power of storytelling for the first time. He saw how a single performance could move people and connect them through shared emotion. That spark grew stronger when tragedy struck, and a close friend passed away. In response, Chadwick wrote and performed a play titled Crossroads, using art to process grief and search for meaning. This experience confirmed that storytelling was not just a hobby for him, but a calling. From that moment forward, his path became clear. He would use art to reflect life and inspire others. 4. Education and life-changing mentorship, 145 words. Chadwick's journey led him to Howard University, where he studied directing and deepened his commitment to storytelling. At Howard, he found mentors who recognized his potential, especially actress and professor Felicia Rashad. She encouraged him to pursue excellence and authenticity in his craft. One of the most transformative moments in his life came when Rashad urged him to apply to a summer acting program at Oxford in England. Financial barriers threatened that dream, but Denzel Washington quietly stepped in and paid for his tuition. This act of generosity opened doors Chadwick never forgot. The experience expanded his vision of what storytelling could be and strengthened his confidence as an artist. Years later, Chadwick would speak of Denzel's kindness as a seed of hope planted at the right time. That support shaped not only his career, but his belief in lifting others as he rose. 5. Struggles in New York City, 145 words. After graduating, Chadwick moved to New York City with ambition and determination. The reality of the acting world, however, was far from glamorous. He faced rejection after rejection and often landed only small roles with few lines. Casting rooms were crowded with hopeful performers, and he quickly learned how competitive the industry could be. Yet he refused to give up. Instead, he treated every audition and every minor role as training. Television appearances in shows like Law and Order and Third Watch gave him experience and discipline. At the same time, theater became his creative refuge. Chadwick wrote and directed plays that explored identity, culture, and justice. The stage allowed him to speak honestly and stay connected to his roots. These years of struggle were not failures. They were preparation. Each setback strengthened his resilience and sharpened his craft, building the foundation for the breakthrough that would soon come. 6. Breakthrough with Jackie Robinson and James Brown, 145 words. Chadwick's breakthrough arrived in 2013 when he was cast as Jackie Robinson in 42. He approached the role with deep respect, studying Robinson's life and understanding the weight of his legacy. His performance moved audiences and critics alike, marking him as a powerful new voice in Hollywood. The following year, he transformed again, this time into James Brown in Get On Up. Playing the legendary musician required mastering Brown's voice, movement, and emotional complexity. Chadwick delivered a performance that felt both raw and authentic. These two roles showed his incredible range and his commitment to honoring real-life figures who shaped history. More than career milestones, they reflected his purpose, telling stories that mattered. With these films, Chadwick proved he was not just an actor seeking fame, but an artist determined to preserve truth, culture, and dignity through his work. 7. Becoming Black Panther and a cultural symbol, 150 words. When Chadwick Boseman was chosen to play T'Challa in Black Panther, it marked a historic moment in cinema. This was not just another superhero role. It was the first Black-led film in the Marvel Universe. Chadwick understood the responsibility that came with it. He insisted that T'Challa speak with an African accent to honor the character's heritage, believing authenticity mattered more than comfort. The film's release in 2018 became a global celebration of African culture and pride. Wakanda represented possibility, strength, and self-determination. For millions of viewers, seeing a Black king and hero on screen was life-changing. Chadwick's performance gave dignity and depth to the character, turning him into a symbol of hope and empowerment. Black Panther was not just entertainment. It was a movement that reshaped representation in Hollywood and proved that diverse stories could unite the world. 8. Life Beyond Fame and Quiet Giving, 145 words. Despite his global fame, Chadwick remained a private and humble man. He protected his personal life and focused on meaningful relationships, including his marriage to Taylor Simone Ledward. Away from cameras, he devoted time to education and healthcare causes, especially for underserved communities. Chadwick never sought praise for his generosity. He believed in using his success to open doors for others, just as mentors had once done for him. From supporting scholarships to visiting children battling illness, his kindness was sincere and deeply personal. Even during his own health struggles, he made time to encourage young patients at hospitals. These moments revealed who he truly was beyond the roles he played. Chadwick's legacy is not only found in films, but in the lives he touched quietly and without expectation. His humility showed that greatness is measured not by fame, but by how one uplifts others. 9. A Silent Battle with Strength, 145 words. In 2016, Chadwick received a life-altering diagnosis, yet he chose to keep it private. Only close family and friends knew of his struggle. While undergoing treatment, he continued to work on demanding films, never allowing illness to define him publicly. Movies like Marshall, Da 5 Bloods, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom were completed during this time, performances now seen as even more powerful in hindsight. Chadwick did not seek sympathy or special treatment. His focus remained on his art and the message behind his work. When news of his passing broke in 2020, the world was stunned by the strength he had shown in silence. His courage became part of his story, teaching millions that dignity and purpose can exist even in suffering. Chadwick's quiet endurance revealed a hero far greater than any character he portrayed. 10. A legacy of courage and purpose, 150 words. Chadwick Boseman's legacy reaches far beyond the screen. Through characters like Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and T'Challa, he reshaped representation and inspired pride across generations. Denzel Washington's tribute revealed the depth of Chadwick's character, showing a man who gave everything he had without complaint. His life became a lesson in perseverance, humility, and service. Scholarships and programs now bear his name, continuing his mission to uplift others. For many, Chadwick represents what it means to live with purpose, even when time is uncertain. He taught the world that strength can be gentle and courage can be quiet. His story is not only one of success, but of meaning. Chadwick Boseman will always be remembered as more than a brilliant actor. He was a symbol of hope, a voice for dignity, and a reminder that true heroes are defined not by power, but by the lives they touch.